Welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well. We're still out in Spain. We're still enjoying the travel YouTuber life and the vlogger life. And you know what? It's fun. It's fun. I'm having a blast being out here. Nice change of pace. Met some incredible people over the last couple of days, and I've really enjoyed making videos in a different environment that I didn't actually think I was going to be able to do, but I have, and I'm happy about it. And if I could, I think I'd live here and try to build a life where I'm able to make videos in this capacity and do things, because the quality of life out here is so much better. But that is not today's conversation. Today's conversation is about why the metaverse matters. And why is it important to you? Because living in a world now where, metaverses is a phrase that is being used a lot, whether it's in, business meetings, brand meetings, environment, everyday lives, or just your friend going, "Oh, did you hear about Meta?" I think we're overlooking a bigger question here. Is about why is it important, and why does it affect me? It affects you purely, plain and simple, because Web 2 is how we interact through social media and through the internet at this moment in time. Web 3 is going to be through metaverse experiences and environments. But believe it or not, the metaverse didn't start with Zuckerberg, Meta, CEO of Meta, falling in love with VR. It's instead driven by a multitude of different factors. People are adopting avatar-based social gaming platforms by the millions, and the pandemic has only driven and built a catalyst around this. I don't think that if we had the pandemic, as honestly as weird as this sounds, we wouldn't be in a position with metaverse environments and metaverse experiences that we are today. It has accelerated it by probably 5 years, in my opinion. I don't have any data to back that up. I'm just going on a feeling based off of what I've seen people talk about, how the conversations I've had with individuals, the research that I've done. The pandemic has been a catalyst for all of us, especially within the crypto environment and the metaverse environment and experiences like this. But we're still trying to figure some stuff out with it all. And most importantly, there are some topics that we're overlooking about why it's important. Who are going to be the new gatekeepers to these experiences, these metaverse experiences, these environments, so to speak? Well, companies that make AR and VR headsets of the future are going to be in a very, very strong financial position, to financially benefit from, compared to those that don't, and impose rules on the metaverse, because they're going to be the ones that allow us to interact with it. I don't always want to be on my phone and, going like this. I'd rather I have it so that, I can look through my phone. I think that would be a cooler experience. I mean, I want to be able to see X on here. Makes so much more sense. Even Zuckerberg admitted himself, they missed out on mobile hardware with Facebook. And now they're forced to play by Google and Apple's app stores. By them acquiring Oculus, they're in a position now to be able to define what a metaverse is, because they have the hardware that's going to let us interact with it. Another question you might want to ask yourself is, who and what about privacy and safety and mental well-being? And I can do a video on mental well-being and digital safety within metaverse experiences. But Facebook, YouTube, and other social networks have been scrutinized for their handling of misinformation and privacy issues, as well as having mental health impacts on their users, which they are now bringing into effect with, time restrictions on adults and kids, and managing that and telling you to take a break, compared to a good 15-year run of not doing that. They've completely changed human DNA. We get dopamine hits now because we get a notification. We've got Apple Watches on our wrist that buzz and wake us up. And it's sometimes it's going to be odd, because while we're in these experiences, there are going to be people in them as well. And so are they going to have to hire moderators? And those moderators are individuals and not just avatars built by an algorithm. And then who's going to moderate the moderators? Is that going to be people within inside the company? Because then we're back to square one, and ultimately it's the company trying to make. Paying attention to issues like these from the get-go will be massively important. Industry insiders and regulators alike, in addition to the consumers of this stuff. Do I want to be in a metaverse environment that is going to absolutely destroy my health faster than social media has? No. Am I going to be so enticed by it because everyone else is? Yes. I feel that they're going to lean upon the fear of missing out, because the whole world is going to want to move towards these experiences, because you can do so much more than physical reality. The laws of physics don't apply inside metaverse environments. You can make it whatever you want. Another point to note is who's going to pay for it and how. The current model of a lot of these a lot of these companies is Senator. We run ads, and we are the product. Consumer is the product. We are the ones that are being sold. Our data is being sold. What is that going to look like inside a metaverse environment? So who is going to be in charge of the model, the complete business model? Because you can focus on hardware, right? But at the end of the day, in a metaverse environment, everything can now be tracked. Everything, every move you make, every action you take, you sign off on your smart contracts, right? So ultimately, if they build into the smart contracts and said that we have access to ability to see, sense stuff that the little cookie stuff we track, we track cookies, or we use cookies, they have so much more information that they can use on you now. Why do I want to sell my data and I don't even get a cut of that? Are they going to allow us to actually sell our own data and say that, no, I don't want that data to go to that company, I don't want it to go to that company, I want my data to be priced at this much? Is that going to be possible? Are they going to allow that, or does that completely destroy Meta, Google, YouTube's business model? Who knows? But they are going to do everything in their power to try get people to play within these environments in a very freemium way, and most likely it's going to be through advertising initially, and we're going to have to find a completely new model, because some of these companies, some of these big four companies, are they going to want to be decentralized? Microsoft has actively said that they do. Facebook hasn't. Sorry, Meta hasn't. So I always call it Facebook. Meta hasn't. You know, Google is. I'm not sure, but I feel that Google is unclear on whether they are going to be decentralized or centralized. I don't think they've put out an explicit statement, and if I have, please correct me. But just some food for thought. I think it's important to actually sit and have these conversations on a social network, in smaller discussions with the right people, the people that can actually make these decisions. And the regulators need to have a better understanding of what these things are, need to actively participate in them so they understand the privacy, the mental health issues, in addition to, you know, the antitrust regulations, and most importantly, the business model. Because if we are going to be the ones to sit here and have money made on us again for the next 100 years or 150 years, that's not a world I want to live. That is not an environment I want to interact with. But the world will move to a space where everything is AR, VR, digital experiences. So I'm going to have to be forced to. Is there even going to be an opt-out button? That is a question that needs to be answered. And that is why the metaverse matters. Because on every level, you could be tracked. Do I want to be tracked in total? No. I want a life for myself without Big Brother looking over. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here. It's a real reality that might exist. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it didn't get too deep for you. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy. I hope you're enjoying these videos. You're enjoying this experience that I'm trying to provide, this living CV, in addition to, you know, some of the other things that I might be bringing out with traditional finance videos or lifestyle videos. The vlogging, I'm not there yet. Maybe in the future. I think I'd be easier if someone else did it for me and it wasn't me sitting here vlogging. I'd like that. But for the time being, I can't do that. So we're just going to do YouTube videos. As always, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you soon.